In the murky waters of the swamp so still, lurks a creature with a primal, ancient thrill. With eyes that gleam like polished emerald stones, in the realm of the alligator, nature's secrets are sown. Its armor of scales, a prehistoric design, a living relic from a distant time. Jaws that snap with lightning speed and might, a master of survival, a fearsome sight. With a primal beauty, it moves with grace. Through the watery realm, it finds its place. In the heart of the Everglades or the marshy reaches, the alligator thrives right here in the Palm Beaches. Florida is known for its alligator population, and these reptiles can be found throughout the state, inhabiting various freshwater environments such as swamps, lakes, rivers, and marshes. Alligators are found in almost every part of Florida, from the Panhandle in the Northwest to the southern tip of the state. They can also be found in both urban and rural areas right here in the Palm Beaches. Alligators can grow to impressive sizes. Adult males can reach lengths of 13 to 15 feet, while females are generally smaller with lengths of 8 to 10 feet. Alligators prefer freshwater environments such as swamps, marshes, lakes, rivers, and canals. They are also known to inhabit brackish water and can be occasionally found in coastal areas. Alligators are carnivorous and primarily feed on fish, birds, turtles, snakes, and mammals. They are opportunistic predators and will eat whatever is available. These reptiles are known for their patience and stealth when hunting. They often lie in wait for their prey to approach and strike with great speed. American alligators were once listed as an endangered species due to overhunting, but they have since made a significant recovery and their populations have rebounded. It's important to remember that alligators are wild animals and should be observed from a safe distance. If you encounter an alligator in the wild, it's best to give them plenty of space and not provoke them in any way. I've had a ton of fun doing archery today. Let's go over to the Nature Center and check out the raptors, the snakes, the alligators, and all those little creepy crawly creatures. So we're here once again with Elise. Elise taught me amazing skills with archery, but now she's showing me that she's well versed with everything nature. She's holding a baby alligator, and apparently there's a story behind the naming of this alligator. Bob, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, so we do have two alligators here at the Nature Center, Bob and Charlotte. Both are named by Henry Winkler, who is a family friend of our manager here at the Okeeheelee Nature Center. So Bob is just around 2 years old at this point and just about 2 feet long. If you like, you can do a 2-finger touch.
Absolutely. Wow, I noticed that the scales are a lot softer than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, often the texture really surprises people, both with our snakes and our alligators. That's something we get a lot when people touch them for the first time. Especially with the snakes, they expect them to feel slimy, but in fact, they're very smooth, often cold to the touch.
Wow, Bob is pretty cool, and he's really cool, calm, and collective. I'm really appreciating that he's allowing me to pet him.
Absolutely. So at this age, what's really cool is we can still see these stripes. When you see adult alligators here in Florida, you're not going to see that coloration. That's unique to the juveniles. That's going to help them to camouflage. Now earlier you heard a little bit of him making the sounds. It almost sounds a bit like a laser gun when they're at that age.
Right.
And that's how they'll communicate to each other and especially to their mothers. Gator moms are some of the best moms out there, we say, in the reptile world. And that's because the young will actually stay with their mothers for up to the first 2 years of their lives.
Wow.
So if you ever see baby alligators in the wild, keep an eye out. Mom's probably not too far away.
I can assume, and I know my mom kept a close eye on me growing up.
Absolutely. So these guys, we are so lucky to have them here in Florida. And even at this size, they still have well over 60 teeth in their mouth.
Wow.
By the time that these American alligators are adults, we're looking closer to about 80 teeth in their mouth at any given time.
Wow, that's a lot of teeth, and I definitely would not want to be in the way of any of those teeth.
Fair enough. Anytime that you're here in Florida, we always just like people to know, if you see a body of water, safe to assume there could be an alligator in it. Now that's not to cause anyone to be scared or fearful. In fact, we are very lucky to have these animals. They're what we call a keystone species, which when you look at an archway, that middle stone in the center of the arch, that's the keystone. You take that away, the whole archway collapses.
Wow.
So alligators are considered a keystone species here in Florida. They create so many other important habitats for our multitude of species, including when they use their tails back and forth to make what we call gator holes. It's this area where then, once that tide starts drying up or the weather changes, we get a little less water in, then other animals can make their homes there.
So if I'm understanding the concept of the keystone species correctly, if creatures like Bob are gone, then the entire environment collapses.
Exactly.
Wow.
Another great example here in Florida is with our gopher tortoises. You may have seen them walking around.
Yes, I have actually.
Yes. So gopher tortoises are another great example of keystone species, and that's because their burrows that they create actually are considered to house up to 300 different species.
Wow.
So we're talking rabbits, snakes, all sorts of animals will actually then use those burrows to take a little bit of shelter.
One thing I'm grateful for is seeing such a wide range of different species right here in the Palm Beaches. Thank you for introducing me to Bob, and I'm grateful for this experience. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Beautiful.